Wisconsin's Supreme Court provided clarity on abortion a little more than 3 years after the U.S. Supreme Court shifted power to the states on the issue.
Today's ruling marks a major victory for reproductive freedom following the uncertainty and harm to women's health that have resulted from the overturning of Roe v. Wade.
The court siding with Attorney General Josh Kaul's lawsuit that argued legislation put in place over the past several decades essentially repealed the state's 1849 near-total ban on abortion. Some of that legislation includes women needing to have an ultrasound before an abortion, have a counseling appointment, and go through a 24-hour wait period.
It affirms what doctors needed to know, that they can do their jobs and that the people in Wisconsin can make decisions that are right for themselves and their families, and that they have the autonomy and freedom to do that.
The implied repeal is something that it looks like they're legislating from the bench instead of actually doing what they need to do, and really enforce laws and decide if they're constitutional, if they're not constitutional, and if they're applicable.
Wisconsin Right to Life Executive Director Heather Weininger says her organization's goal of protecting life from conception to death stays the same, but the group needs to make a culture change so more people say yes to having a family in the state. She says things like being able to claim preborn children on taxes and making adoption more affordable will be a focus rather than pushing for a referendum on abortion.
I'm a firm believer we elect our elected representatives here in the state of Wisconsin to represent our desires, and we all know where they stand on this issue when we're out there voting.
Those happy with the court's decision want to ensure future generations don't go through anything similar.
We can do better through state legislation in establishing protections for continuing access to safe and legal abortion, and ensuring that our laws are updated.
As it stands now, abortions in Wisconsin are only prohibited after a fetus can survive outside the womb, which can be at about the 20-week mark. That law was put in place a decade ago. Ben Krumholz, Fox 11 News.